What is going on YouTube? Alright, this is going to be my response to TOPPS85401. I've noticed a lot of guys have been doing the, post these contest videos, and I honestly don't know why I haven't really made a response to any of them, but I figured I'd throw my hat in the ring, so what he wants us to do is post our best vintage cards. So basically, I'll try to make the video not too long, but I want to post just about all my vintage cards, so I figured let's start from the oldest and work our way to the present. So here we go. So this, can't get much older than this. This is a set of 5 baseball merchant comics from 1881. Now, each one of these cards depicts a different baseball scene with an advertisement on the bottom. These were kind of used as business cards, but these are some of the earliest forms of baseball cards. These predate Allen and Ginter's and Old Judge. So this is a cool little set to put together. And like I said, these are from 1881. Now, another vintage card I want to show here is this T206 Wildfire Schulte. Now, the reason I got this card is because of this movie, Diminished Capacity. If you haven't seen it, it's not the best movie in the world, to be honest with you, but if you're a baseball card fan, you'd enjoy it. And they depict this card as one of the rarest, most valuable cards out there, which really isn't true, but it makes for a cool story. So I figured I'd pick up that card and throw it in the display with the DVD case. So that is pretty cool. So let me bring you over here to another display I have. Now, this is a T206 John McGraw Finger in Air, one of the greatest managers of all time of the New York Giants. We have a 1887 Allen and Ginter Charles Bennett, who was a big star for Detroit back when they were the Wolverines. And then he lost his legs. I think it was in a train accident. Ended his career a little early, but that is a cool card from 1887. Here we got a 1955 Golden Press stamp, Jackie Robinson. Of course, 55 significant to him. It's the year they won the World Series, so that is pretty cool. This card I recently made a video about, the T206 Miller Huggins that I picked up on my first ever trip to Cooperstown. This is a T205 Gold Border Hugh Duffy. He was a great player in the 19th century and became a manager in the early part of the 20th century, but he still holds the single season record for highest batting average with, I believe it's 440 for a single season. So that's pretty cool. Okay, here, I got this on my second trip to Cooperstown. This is a 1928 Yuenglings Ice Cream Tris Speaker. Definitely one of the greatest players of all time. And this is from his last season playing in the majors. So that is a nice card. Here we got a 1887 Tobin lithograph, Mike King Kelly, one of the biggest names of the 19th century. And just like those other cards I showed you in the beginning of the video, these were used for advertisements as well. You can see the clothing store advertisement. But that is a cool card with the cartoon image of Mike King Kelly. This card I love. This is a 1919 to 1921 Buck Weaver strip card. Now, I'm sure most of you guys have seen Eight Men Out and know the whole story behind the Black Sox scandal, but this is who John Cusack played in the movie 8 Men Out, Buck Weaver, who was really the only one who was 100% clean. He never took any money, didn't throw any plays. I believe he hit 325 or 326 in the series, didn't make a single error, and really the only reason he got kicked out of baseball is because he didn't rat his friends out. But just thinking the fact that this card is from that season of the scandal is just amazing to me, and I've always loved that card. And down here we have a 1958 Topps Mickey Mantle All-Star. It's a card that pretty much every single vintage collector has in their collection. A beautiful card. And of course, one of my favorites is 1933 Gaudy Lou Gehrig. You know, like I said, one of my favorites in my collection. And another one of my favorites, obviously, is my 1936 Gaudy Premium Joe DiMaggio rookie card, which is that is a beautiful card. Another one I really like is this 1933 Gaudy Rogers Hornsby. Along with Tris Speaker, I feel this is another very underrated, but definitely one of the greatest players of all time. You know, 2 Triple Crowns, lifetime batting average 358. Definitely a great player. And over here we have a 1958 Topps Roger Maris rookie card. So that is definitely another nice one. Now I'm going to drop down to my first 5 Hall of Famers. And of course, wouldn't be complete without my favorite card in my collection, my 1933 Gaudy Babe Ruth. And that's just an epic pose. I love this card. And one of my other favorite cards is my T206 Ty Cobb Portrait Red Background. Definitely a beautiful card. Great image. Now, this isn't a card, but I'm going to toss this in the video anyway. This is a 1910 to 1912 Christy Mathewson Sweet Caparel pin from one of the greatest pitchers of all time. So like I said, that's not a card, but it's vintage, and figured I'd toss it in there. Why not, right? And down here I got my 1914 Polo Grounds Game Honus Wagner card. Definitely a great card from Honus Wagner's playing days. And over here we have a 1927 Walter Johnson strip card from his last season pitching in the majors. So that is cool. This card always reminds me of, I think it was 2011, when Hurricane Irene hit Long Island. And I was stuck on double shifts for about a week and a half straight. And this was my little present to myself, was buying this card. So that will always make me think of that. All right, so another one I wanted to show you is this 1948 Bowman Johnny Mize. That is definitely a nice, you know, vintage Bowman card. And while we're on vintage, here's an unopened pack of 1951 Topps Redbacks. I've had this for a long time, and yeah, I'm never going to open that. I'm just leaving that bad boy the way it is. And let me hop across here to this 1957 Topps Ted Williams. I love that card. I've had this card for years, and Ted Williams was always one of my favorite players of all time. So this was definitely a nice pickup. It's in good shape too. Another one I wanted to show real quick is this 1949 Bowman Yogi Berra, which is a second-year card for Yogi, but that is a very nice card too. And in this display, I have a Bob Feller signed ball and a 1956 Topps Bob Feller card as well. So let me bring you up to this display. Now these cards, you can see it starts off with the 1952 Topps Larry Doby, and basically goes along a timeline. You know, you got like a 53 Ralph Kine, you got some 54 Bowmans, and you know, this first display is mostly 50s of Hall of Famers and other great stars. So these are you know, pretty cool going along here. And then once you know, you see you got the Yaz rookie, that's a nice one. Then you come up here and you're getting into the 60s. Got a nice Casey Stengel up there. Yeah, got a Stan Musial. I always like that Friendly Foes card. That's a cool one. Yep, so like I said, this starts bringing you through to the mid-60s. And then we come down into the later 60s. Thurman Munson rookie, we start getting into the 70s now, where the term vintage comes to an end We all know vintage is usually considered 70s and previous. And we work our way up to 79 and then to 80, which is where we will end the vintage. So YouTube, I hope you enjoyed this. TOPPS85401. Appreciate you throwing this contest out there, and I hope you enjoy my submission. And one last thing, I wanted to give a quick shout out to Silver Jackify, who mentioned me in his submission video, so thank you very much. I really appreciate the shout out, brother. And everybody else, man, I hope you guys have a great night, and I will see you guys next time.